Back, friends, time to talk some music. In Elkhart, there are two artists who are making waves in the industry right now. Yes, Elkhart, Indiana. And they're all part of Convict Culture, a record company started by multi-platinum artist Akon.
Many of you may have heard of Akon. Maybe you haven't. In case you haven't, let's just talk about some of his multi-platinum hits.
You gonna sing them?
I can. I proved that earlier, didn't I, guys? You got Lonely, So Paid, one of my favorites. I Wanna Love You, Don't Matter, and Smack That.
Yeah, we're gonna stop there when we say smack that. But so many artists are lucky to be here in Michiana, from Michiana, and so we are lucky to have all three artists here on 16 News now at 4 o'clock. We got Elkhart's own Steve L&S Lockett. We've got Devontae Big Ski Lockett, which make up the group Sheesh, and of course, we've got Akon as well. Thank you three for being here.
Thank you.
We're gonna get to you two in just a second.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Akon, you are known worldwide, and you are here in South Bend, Indiana. Can you talk about what brings you here to us?
Yeah, Sheesh brought me here, man. That talent was like gold nuggets that you, I just followed the gold nuggets and I ended up in Elkhart.
Yeah. Of course, you signed them with your label, right?
Yeah.
You just don't sign anyone. So what do you see in these two young men?
No, I mean, it's super talent. It's very rare that you find like super talent in this industry. You know, people are great marketers. You got people that just know how to work the system, but there's very few people that just raw talent is what drags you to them, and they got it.
We got some video of all three of you guys together celebrating at different times. You guys have been trying to make this happen here for a while now, and now it's here. L&S Big Ski, tell me how it feels to be with Akon right here at home.
Amazing. Amazing. Special. You know what I mean? That we able to give people from where we from inspiration. You know what I mean? It's something to be, you know, give them motivation. You know what I mean?
Something to be proud of.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's so many people who are probably watching from Elkhart right now who are inspired just by this.
Yeah.
Seeing this.
Exactly.
What flows through you when you know that that's a possibility?
Like I say, just excitement, you know what I mean? And just knowing that we got more to do. Wow. And there's much more to come. You know, much more greatness. And we excited, you know what I mean?
Y'all been wanting to do music for a long time. Talk about when you guys really knew you guys were on, when you were like, okay, this is clicking, this is happening right now.
Yeah.
I would say, you know what I'm saying, it pretty much was rolling like as soon as I met Con. Like as soon as, you know, he heard the talent and he was on board, and you know what I'm saying, really from jump, really.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
It's so special because you guys are brothers, you're real brothers. Talk about that bond that you have, because as Akon was even telling us earlier, you're not competitive with each other. You are truly each other's support systems, right?
No, absolutely. I knew that my brother was gonna be right with me regardless. You know what I mean? Even though I got signed first, I knew I was gonna bring him right along with me. Con heard the talent, it was undeniable, you know what I mean? So we always got each other backs no matter what. That ain't gonna never change. It's been like that since birth. Wow. And that ain't gonna never change.
Wow.
Akon, you're here, and you hear this from both of them. You have done a lot. You've put a lot of people on in this industry. You've done a lot yourself, but you have put a lot of people on, as they say, including these two young men who you say are the future of music. Do I have that correct?
100%, absolutely. You know, the good thing about them, they're 360. Great writers, great producers, great performers. And that's also very rare to find. You know what I mean? But me, ultimately, I always felt like my goal was to be the shine light on something that was meant to be for the masses. You know, I think it comes a point in your life where it's not about you. It's about the position God put you in to help others thrive. And I think certain people are meant to take that legacy into the future with other people that's actually built the same way.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you've mixed genres. You've gone into R&B, you've gone into pop, house music. Talk a little bit about some of your biggest collaborations.
Oh man, I had some great big collaborations.
Big.
Bartender. That's what I had to do that one.
Big shouts to T-Pain.
T-Pain,
He's the first urban artist that helped actually launch convict music, you know. But
wow.
Man, I think that collaboration with Michael Jackson solidified me as a megastar for sure.
Talk about
Gwen Stefani,
Oh, my
David
goodness,
Guetta.
Gwen Stefani,
I mean, you just
David
blend.
Guetta, Lionel Richie. I mean,
It's
Whitney Houston.
You cross so many generations.
Madonna.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
How does it, I mean, what's your advice to these two and other artists out there who are like, how do you stay relevant? You've been doing this for you mentioned it during our podcast.
95 was when you first signed your first record label.
record deal. Yeah.
How
So
do you stay relevant? How do you
I
do
mean,
it?
you got to keep it about the music. I think sometimes people mix their real life with the music. And the moment your life becomes what you think music is supposed to present, then it goes bad. You got to just focus on the music and do what you think is going to grow, because music it's like a virus, but in a good way.
Yeah.
An antivirus. It spreads really fast, right? So depending on the message that you choose to promote will determine how sustainable you'll be. So when you make good, feel-good music, the generations beyond will continue to attach itself to it, and you can grow forever. But when you make music that makes people feel a certain kind of way, they move away from it.
Wow. Sheesh, the group itself, the name is just catchy.
We're saying that all day now.
What do you say about people at Elkhart? I know, and just in general, because we've got a lot of artists who we've talked to and interviewed as well.
It's such a talented community.
From our area. What is, I mean, I said it during the podcast, you've got to support our local artists first, because then you end up seeing people like Akon seeing you and discovering you as well.
Yeah.
What is it? Talk to others who are finding it a little bit difficult right now, wondering how do I get to that next step?
Yeah.
What do you say to them? Because you guys are there right now, you're going places.
Yeah. My thing would be just to stay determined. You know what I mean? Like, don't go, we talk about this all the time, God's timing.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you think you should be on may not be the right timing, you know what I mean? So you just gotta stay hungry, stay determined. It's cliche, but it's real. And that's how I feel.
And you gotta follow your heart too, and be original. You know, move to the beat of your own drum.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know.
The originality, you said it. Anybody
the
can
key.
be
That's a
anybody
fact.
can be
And
talented, but
Yeah.
you got to have the work ethic, right?
The work ethic is key, because believe me, there's talent on every street corner.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the drive, the work ethic, and the mentality to make it, I mean, your talent becomes worthless.
Yeah. Talk about growing up in Elkhart and putting that work in, because I'm thinking of all the little kids at home too saying, hey, I want Akon to come visit my hometown when I grow up. You guys are here. You're doing it.
I think there's a story about you guys going into a record shop yay high and talking about music then, and now you're here. Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, I've been rapping since I was 8, and he was right behind me. You know what I mean? So it was actually Rob Taylor's music shop. My mom took me into there, you know what I mean? I was so confident. I'm the cocky one he always talk about. You know what I mean? So I used to just, like, man, everybody need to hear me. Everybody need to hear, you know, I'm this good or whatever. And that just translated into, you know, my drive and needing everybody to hear this good music that, you know what I mean, I make. And if you was around back then, you knew. You know what I mean? In Elkhart, locally. You know what I mean?
That's great
Me
stuff.
I'm more like a sponge. So it's like I fell in love with music, but I had to like really learn how to, you know,
It's an art
rap
form.
and be good, and you know, hone in on my skills and stuff like that. So
And you're entertainers too, so you got to learn that part of it. That's another aspect,
That's a
right?
whole nother
Yeah.
aspect.
In fact, you have some new music coming out too.
Yeah, actually, currently we have Akon's Beautiful Day, which is doing amazing globally.
Thank you.
So it's so optimistic. Oh my God, it's great. Yeah.
And it's funny, wherever we go, the heat follows us. Like, it's a nice day, literally a beautiful day everywhere we go.
Yeah,
That's why they
keep
say be
it
careful
going.
what you say, because you manifest it.
Yeah, it's true.
I
You know
believe
what
in
I
that
mean? So
too.
be very careful what you say. I'm serious, like especially when you listen to urban music. When people speak about killing and guns, you see what happens. So when you start, you know, spreading positivity in life, positive things actually happen. So let's focus on positive things and let's try to drive more positivity.
Oh, I love that.
That's good. Well, the power of the tongue is something so real. It is so real. Thank you, guys. Sheesh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sheesh.
Akon. Sheesh. Akon, thank you. Seriously, we got a podcast with them too. We're going to have that at WNDU.com after the show today. That was perfect.
I mean, how cool.
I mean,
Sheesh, Akon in studio.
Mama, we made it.
Better than that.
Mama, we made it.
they did make it. Hometown Station, bring it to life. We appreciate you guys. Perfect.